apparent miraculous healing of an 11-year-old girl who was diagnosed with deadly brain cancer is one of several mysterious and inspiring medical cases from 2018. Roxley Das of Texas was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor in June known as diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma. She wasn't expected to survive. But, weeks later, the tumor vanished from MRI scans, her family said. Doctors have no explanation. God healed Roxley, her mom Gina Das said today. Roxley is just as active as she ever was, her dad Scott Das said. She's even horseback riding. Here are more shocking health stories from the year. Boy comes back to life after parents sign organ donation papers the day before doctors were set to pull the plug on 13-year-old Trenton McKinley's life support systems. The boy started showing signs of mental cognition. He was so close to death. His parents had signed papers to donate his organs to 5 separate children needing transplants. Trenton had been flipped in a cart while being pulled by a utility vehicle. At the hospital, he died 4 times, and one time for 15 minutes. The last time they brought him back he had no brain waves, his mom Jennifer Nicole Reindl wrote on Facebook. The only explanation for his sudden recovery? It's a miracle, she said. Baby born using uterus transplant from dead donor. Brazilian doctors announced earlier this month that a baby girl was healthy and doing well after being born using a uterus transplanted from a deceased donor, a world first. The mother used the uterus of a 45-year-old woman who had 3 previous children and died of a stroke, as detailed in a case report published in the medical journal Lancet. Same-sex couple carries same baby. 2 Texas mothers each carried their baby because of a medical advance that begins like traditional IVF. The early embryo was placed into Bliss Coulter, 36, and then transferred to wife Ashley Coulter, 28, for the majority of the pregnancy. Now, they have a happy, healthy baby boy. Man undergoes life-changing facial transplant. Cameron Underwood, who was injured by a self-inflicted gunshot wound in 2016, revealed his new facial transplant in June. More than 100 surgeons, nurses and staff were involved in the procedure earlier this year that used the face of a Johns Hopkins University student who died unexpectedly. I hope to get back to work soon, too, and someday start a family, Underwood said. Dog sniffs out owner's ovarian cancer 3 times. An emergency room doctor told Stephanie Herfel she had an ovarian cyst and sent her home with narcotic pain meds. But Herfel's dog nervously sniffing her lower belly and then hiding prompted her to get a second opinion, one that revealed she actually had ovarian cancer. Since then, the Siberian Husky, Sierra, later identified Herfel's cancer twice more, again in 2015 and then in 2016, by sniffing and hiding. Now, Herfel is cancer-free and raising funds for research on ovarian cancer. Other inspiring stories.